So that's
I know. So the 30th of January, Jacques Wellness Center will be holding a speaker training for all our young ladies out there between the ages of 21 to 65. So come out, ladies, come out, come and get your health check, come and get it checked. It's important that we know our status. Do it now. Don't waste time.
And I can guarantee you, Miss Ellery is very, very good at what she does. Her hands are very light. You have nothing to be afraid of. I know many of us we don't like the experience, but I can guarantee you, she gets you into the mood to, you know, don't mind her being nervous here. But when she's doing her work, that's her game. Can guarantee you she will calm you down and the process will go smoothly. So we're hoping that you will come out and get your pap smear and your breast check. Very much so. And if you have any concerns, I'm sure you might have other concerns. I'm sure she can guide you accordingly and she can provide that service and guidance. So don't forget at Fontejac Wellness Center on Friday the 30th.
It's Monday the 30th.
Monday the 30th. Oh my God. Oh my God. What?
Yes, Monday the 30th.
Monday. Why am I based on Friday? Monday the 30th. So take some time out to come to Fontejac and get screened. It's going to be a wonderful experience. Trust me, education, you have guidance, and thereafter you can speak to your friends, invite your friends to come along, your female friends to come along for support. And another thing we want to say to you, everybody experience is different. So while one might have one experience, somebody else might have a different experience. And so you can bring, you can come in, you can bring your friends for support. And hopefully we want to have a full house, right, Nurse?
Oh, yes.
Full house and to ensure that we take responsibility for our health as ladies.
I have a question. Cervical cancer. How do you know how
And take your the 40th of January, Monday the 40th of January. Let me get back in my game.
Yes.
All right. So I know we're waiting on Nurse Danielle.
no worries.
It's coming soon.
Yeah.
Soon come. So time you can just speak in general, Nurse, and so on. So whilst we wait for Nurse Danielle to come on, let me just say our wellness centers there, and we have been encouraged to come in and touch. I mean, especially yes, and
Yes. Yes. So cancer screening at all our super hospital days. So come down and get your cancer process.
all right. That's just to explain. I was overwhelmed, but if you want the services to be a private lab, and we're hoping $25 is nothing. Nurse. Oh, well, for some But you know, do not oh, oh, don't worry. Just okay. Started.
Yeah.
As you were tourists. Um, risk for developing friends um, painful sexual HPV um, you perform your cancer screening, HPV virus can be HPV is spread through sexual contact, and it's something that we don't hear much about. We hear HIV, we hear syphilis, we hear gonorrhea, right?
It's a sexual transmitted disease.
Right. Now, there are many types of HPVs, many types of HPVs, but there's a particular type of HPV that will put you at risk for cervical cancer and genital warts, which is right. So it's acted through sexual contact. It can be oral, vaginal, anal, whatever your preference. Whatever your preference, yes. So somebody who is infected with the HPV virus can indeed pass on the virus to their partner. And this is a virus that we do not know if we have it. There's no signs, there's no symptoms. It lays there dormant. Some of them will disappear, while some of them will cause cancer, penile cancer, throat cancer, and some of them will just cause growth of warts in different areas of the body, including the mouth. Yes, including the mouth. So, oral sex, including the mouth. No, you just getting some people scared. That means
it could highlight it.
No, that means that you need to look at what you're doing first. Don't do it in the light. Turn on the lights and look.
No, but some
don't do it in the darkness.
Some people have some bad eating habits.
So some persons may have warts, but then as I say, there may not be any symptom, there may not be any signs. Some persons may not have a wart, but it's good to examine the tool that you're using, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yes,
That
you
is
have
so
to
true.
examine it. So if you see there's visible warts,
Don't go there.
don't go there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Zero shame when guy ouvert.
Uh-huh.
For sure.
Okay. So we say who is at risk? Who is at risk for getting HIV? You know, if we have multiple sex partners, we are at risk, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, we are at risk because we do not know what our partners have. Early onset of sexual intercourse puts you at risk.
Okay.
Yes, early onset. Um, if you have sexually transmitted diseases or infections, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, HIV, these put you at risk. So your risk is increased due to these other sexually transmitted infections. That is why early detection is important. Early detection is important because it can be treated successfully if you found out that you have cervical cancer.
Okay.
Yes. So we know the culprit is HPV. Yeah?
Yes.
So cancer screening is important. I'm going to stress on that.
How often should one get a cancer screen? I'll go for it.
We encourage, especially in the community, to have your cancer screening yearly. Is important because I believe if you skip a year, because our doctors will say every 2 or 3 years, but some persons we have found it that sometimes you skip a year and when you come back, there's abnormal cells growing on the cervix. So in the community, we encourage our young ladies to come in and have their pap smears done every year.
But nurse, on the flip side of it, I mean, as a woman, I can tell you, I mean, once you and by the time you see the tool, your legs tremble. So at least guide us on how should we prepare as a prepare for. I mean, before we come for the pap smear, you know, some people like say, "Oh, I want to make passage for my woman before she go there," and all kinds of things. So tell us, guide us.
So passage.
You know?
Yes, we encourage our young ladies when you're coming in to have your pap smear done, at least no sexual intercourse for at least 2 days.
I don't want
At least 2 days.
At least 2
Yes,
days.
because sometimes trauma from sexual intercourse can cause a little bleeding,
Yeah,
you know, and
yeah.
right, and blood can obscure abnormal cells if there is any.
All right.
Okay.
No use of spermicidals, no douching,
Right.
nothing like that. Because we want to get those cells. We do not want to go in there and then you use spermicidals, you use gels, there's semen also. So these can obscure our cells.
All right. Let me say good morning to does Daniel. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
We looks like we've been facing some technical issues. So yeah, we were just waiting for the technician to rectify, but you had to grace us with your presence. You know, the audience locked on, and of course, we just want to apologize for having you in the back for so long.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So go ahead.
Introduce yourself, Nurse Danielle.
Okay, my name is Jasmine Daniel. I am the public health nursing supervisor for the south part of the island. That includes the Library Health Center, Beaufort, Grace, and Saltibus, as well as
So nurse, we started the program since we were having some technical difficulties, and so far we're speaking about what is cervical cancer, who is entitled for the screening, the do's and don'ts related to the preparation of the pap smear. So we will allow Nurse Ellery to continue. And in between, if Nurse Ellery is missing out on anything, you can just jump in. All right?
Or depending on what you said, you can just reiterate.
Or, yeah, like what Erlan said, depending on what she said, you can re-emphasize the point if you feel it's a good point and you really want it to come across. All right?
Okay.
Wonderful.
No problem.
Go ahead, Miss Ellery.
Yes. So also when you come in to have your pap smear done, ensure that you are not on your period, because it will not be ideal to have a pap smear done while on your period, because we know the blood can obscure the abnormal cells. So make sure that at least you are 5 to 10 days after your period, you can come in to have your pap smear done.
Okay?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
Okay.
Um,
What Miss Eric says is very important because usually when you are on your period, it is a little more sensitive to get a pap smear done, and then we cannot get a clear picture of your cervix. So waiting at least 5 days after your period, it will be better able to visualize the cervix and collect a sample, because having blood on your cervix can interfere with the pap smear results.
Thank you. I have a question for both of you all.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys. I have a question. I'm trying to say a good.
Oh, okay.
When you're ready for the procedure, well, I won't say a procedure, for the screening, the pap smear screening. A lot of us, by the time we see that metal gadget,
The speculum.
the speculum, I mean, one time we tend to tense out a bit. So can you guide our listeners, any one of y'all, can be Nurse Daniel, let me allow Nurse Daniel to speak a bit. I mean, can you guide our listeners, what about the speculum? Because by the time you see that big metal thing, you're already trying to kind of tense up. Can you guide our listeners in the process so they won't be so tense and they'll be a bit more relaxed during that process, Nurse?
Okay, so getting a pap smear done, to get a pap smear done, you are mentally prepared. So you need to say, okay, so today is the day that I'm coming to get the pap smear done. It is natural to feel nervous, you will feel nervous, but you need to establish the relationship. Because I want to come smear done, what I expect. People expect so big. Most people believe that the speculum is such a huge instrument. It is not a huge instrument, and most times when you come to get your pap smear done, after we complete our physical examination, we determine what size speculum is for you, because we have different sizes.
There are different sizes.
Yeah, so we have different sizes. So before your pap smear, you speak to your nurse, I'm coming to get my pap smear done, what should I expect? Because most people, that is one of the barriers within the pap smear done, because people are afraid of the speculum, and they're afraid that it will be a painful procedure. Most times the speculum is easy, it enters easily, and when it is inside of the vaginal canal, then we open it up a bit to view the cervix. So it's not a big speculum you force in through your vagina.
So don't you lubricate it?
No. We use water.
We wet the speculum before we insert it, because some of the lubricants can interfere with the pap smear. So the mental preparation is very important, because it is natural. Like even as a nurse, sometimes we a little nervous when you're getting our pap smear done. But if you have a relationship with your nurse, you speak to her, you let her explain everything, then it will not be a big issue. Also, you prepare yourself physically, you ensure that you wear something that is comfortable, because when you get to the nurse's office or the doctor's office, you have to remove everything. Most times you remove your bra, your underwear. So having comfortable
Yes.
clothes will make you feel comfortable and relaxed.
Thank you, nurse.
And we also want patients to trust us. Trust your nurse. Trust your doctor. The nurses and the doctors who are performing the pap smear, they are trained professionals. And we know what we are doing, and then we are try to be as gentle as possible.
Oh, yes.
That's true.
Somebody says quit on that.
Don't say that on national radio.
It's the truth. All you don't like to highlight the truth. It's the truth.
Let me just say this. Thank you. Don't listen to Olan.
But look, she said it does happen. You hear that?
And you know, yeah,
It does happen.
it can happen.
We are done.
No,
We had a patient once, and it happened because it's just a natural thing. Some people it occurs naturally for them. And squatting does not mean you're having an orgasm, so it can happen. But you just try to make the patient feel comfortable. People can get embarrassed during the process. But our role and what we do is to try to make you feel as comfortable as possible.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay, and Miss Wilson will make you feel comfortable.
That is something else.
Now, we speak about fear of the procedure. Some persons have fear of getting an abnormal result, so they don't come in for their pap smear.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when we speak of fear, it's not only the procedure, it's what will I get back? So,
Results.
yeah, so that's a big barrier. That is a big barrier to persons getting their cancer screening done.
But it's better to know than to be unaware as to how your body is working, right?
Yes,
That is true.
yes, it's better
That
to
is
know.
true.
Because there are treatments that you can receive. There are treatments. That is why early detection is important.
Nurse.
Yeah.
Nurse.
Most persons.
Go ahead, Miss Danielle.
So most persons are afraid to get their pap smear done because of incorrect information. So if I had a pap smear done before you, then I will tell you all horrible things about the pap smear and
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Kind of everybody's experience is different, so that is why it's important to liaise with your nurse and have a good relationship with your nurse. And as we said before, the lack of knowledge, people believe that the pap smear is very painful,
Ignorance.
and all. So it is not that. The pap smear it takes about less than 10 minutes to perform the pap smear, and it is not painful. So it's uncomfortable, you feel a little pressure, but it's not anything that will instill pain or cause you to cry or have. It's not a painful procedure.
Wonderful. So the other thing we want to speak about is nurse, did we speak about everything as it relates to cervical cancer? Nurse, can you at least, before we go on, can you at least tell us when do you have your services available in the View Fort region? Because I know many of us we're from, let's say I'm from Choiseul, but I mostly work in View Fort, and that's the time I get to, come in and get screened. So can you just at least tell us, if you're gonna remember off your hands all your wellness in but at least View Fort town, what days that they're offering screening there?
Okay. So Grace Health Center is offered every Monday of every week. Library, Beaufort, and Berkeley every Wednesday. And the Salty Bus Health Center is every Thursday. However, we try to be as flexible as possible. So if you are at work or you need some time to quickly come in to get your pap smear done, you can always speak to the nurse and then we can arrange. So even though it is done on a Wednesday before, and you can only get time from work on a Monday, you can always arrange with the nurse and then you can get it done for you.
Wonderful. That is very good. I think that initiative is very, very good. I know for a fact, I mean, in our region, it is also practiced by our nurses because many times we do not have the time on the given date, and the nurses make provisions for persons who are at work, especially those persons that work at the hotel, the private sector. Yeah, thank you so very much, nurse. The next thing I want to speak about is I was asking nurse, have we said all what we're supposed to do on cervical cancer? Is there anything that we missed out?
I think we should go ahead and talk about HPV.
Okay, so
Because HPV we know is a leading cause.
Okay, hi, you can hear me?
yes,
Yes,
nurse, we
yes,
can
we
hear
can.
you.
Okay, I missed some of the things that's mentioned, but I also need to mention that cervical cancer is very prevalent in St. Lucia. It is one of the second leading cause of death among women in St. Lucia. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 deaths from cervical cancer.
Wow.
So imagine we are just a little dot, like St. Lucia is just a little dot, and to have so many women dying from cervical cancer is a and most of the persons who have been dying from cervical cancer in St. Lucia age range from 20 to 24 years old. So the persons are dying as young as 20 years old. But the higher cases are typically in 45 years old. So it is very important, and we like what I support what they said, that early screening and early detection is very important because cervical cancer is not a death sentence. It can be treated as long as it is picked up very early. You can be treated. You can survive and have a normal life. You do not necessarily have to die from cervical cancer because we have all the services available. You can liaise with your nurse and we can make arrangements to get your pap smears done, to get your breast examinations done. But too many women are dying from cervical cancer, which can be prevented. That's what I wanted to show what else was added.
Thank you, nurse. You made a very, very valid point, especially the statistics.
Yes.
I must admit, um, like you said, too many women are dying, and the services are readily available at all our wellness centers island-wide. So now we will speak a little bit about, I'm not sure which one of you will be speaking about HPV vaccine. So, Nurse Daniel, would you like to speak a little bit about HPV vaccine?
Okay, so did nurse explain exactly what the HPV, what HPV
Oh,
is?
no, she didn't say what was HPV. She's mentioned it en passant. She said a little bit about it, but you can start with what is HPV and so on.
Okay, so HPV, as we all know, is the short form for the human papilloma virus. It is a sexually transmitted disease, so you can get HPV through sex. So as long as you have sex, you're exposed to getting infected with HPV. The HPV has very small viruses, and those viruses affect our skin. So you can get like boobs, and it also affects the mucous membranes, which is especially the reproductive tract. So there are over 150 different types of HPV. However, what we're concerned about are the ones that cause illnesses and death. So we have the HPV 16 and 11 that we call genital warts, and the HPV 16 and 18, which cause cervical cancer. The 6 and the 11 is really responsible for the genital warts. I am sure that all of us know what warts are. They look like a little cauliflower, and most times they appear on the genital and other parts of the body. And the HPV 16 and 18 are the main causes of cervical cancer. So HPV does not only cause cervical cancer, it can also cause cancer of the penis in men, the anus, mouth, and the throat. So there is no cure for HPV, but it can be prevented by getting vaccinated and early screening by getting your pap smears done.
So, nurse,
So
you were saying something, nurse?
right.
I was asking you
Go ahead.
who receives the HPV vaccine?
So in St. Lucia, in our program, we have incorporated the HPV vaccine together with the school-based vaccination program. So children from 11 years to 12 years receives the HPV vaccine in St. Lucia. However, the HPV vaccine can be given as early as 9 years old, 9 to 26 years old. But if you're older than 26 and you already been exposed, you can discuss with your healthcare provider. But in our system, in the school-based vaccination program, it is given in the ages of 11 to 12.
Nurse, let me ask you. I know many times our as a parent you have concerns as it relates to the HPV vaccine. I know many persons are anti-vax and or they just not interested in having their child or ward gets the HPV vaccine. Do you have any message for these parents?
The HPV vaccine was introduced in 2006. From the time it has been used in 2006, it has proven to be very safe and effective in preventing cervical cancer or other cancers that are caused by the HPV virus. So so far we have in St. Lucia we started administering it in 2018. So far we have not gotten any serious conditions. Nobody has we have not gotten it from any child in the HPV vaccine. We have most patients have nobody has been with the vaccine. So I also know that HPV vaccine is safe vaccine because the children 11 to 12, because in that age range the adolescent children have not the vaccine. They've seen we do not expect happen that children because infected within that because you have so the main goal of the administering the vaccination is to decrease disease and death from cervical cancer. So when your child receives the HPV vaccine at that age, you are protecting your child protecting your child's future and health by preventing them from getting cervical cancer, anal cancer, penile cancer, cancer of the throat that are associated with HPV, as well as genital warts and other warts associated with the HPV virus.
Thank you so very much, nurse. We know many parents are not inclined so that the young children at that age to get vaccine, but the benefits outweighs so much more. You understand? So I'm really happy that you said it, and hearing you say this is quite a bit. Is there anything else you want to speak about HPV or the HPV vaccine?
Yes, so as I mentioned before, the HPV vaccine benefits both boys and girls. That is why it is given to both the boys and the girls. The age range increases in grade 6. So it's not only for girls, it's also for boys because it protects against other cancers such as the anal cancer, cancer of the anus, cancer of the penis, and genital ones. So both boys and girls benefit from the HPV vaccine.
Thank you. Before we go on, let me just ask. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Ellen is giving me the look. Ellen is giving me the look. I know time is running out on us. Let me just say,
Go ahead.
do we have, when it comes to, I know a lot of our young ladies, when they go to the wellness centers, one of the concerns they have is the level of privacy, and we want to build back the public confidence in some of our wellness centers. Do you have any message to our young ladies out there? I like you said, trust the nurse, but many of us feel, oh, we don't want to go to the wellness center in our community. We will go to another wellness center, or I don't like that experience with the nurse, that nurse. I would like to go to with that other nurse. Do you have anything to say on that topic, both of y'all?
Well, one thing I must say that confidentiality, this is something that we take very seriously. Um, Patients are afraid that probably the other level of workers are able to see their information, but this information is not privy to these to the other workers. The nurse, whatever you do with the nurse, whatever you say to the nurse, is in confidential. No one will know, not the staff, not anybody. So feel free to come in and speak with us because whatever is said there,
Stays there.
it stays right there. It doesn't leave and go outside. It stays within the space that we had our encounter. So I just want our young ladies to remove that fear that they cannot come to the center because they don't feel safe, because their personal business will be out there, or because they're not speaking to somebody that works at the facility, that they do not want to come to the facility because the person will know their business. That is not the case. The nurse is the patient's advocate. We stand up for our patients. We want our patients to trust us. That is why we try to build that trusting relationship so that you can come in and feel free and comfortable and know that whatever that is discussed with us is not getting out. Sometimes we even forget what you discussed with us. You'll say, nurse, remember, I saw you the other day and you did this, and you did the pap smear for me and whatever. I'll be like, I don't remember, because we see so many persons, and that is not something that we keep track of. What we do with the patients, what we say with the patients. Yes, we do remember, but it's not something that we have in our mind to say, okay, yes, I did that for that patient, I did this for that patient, and this is what I saw. No,
Mais j'ai envie de Wilson.
So feel free to come in. Feel free to come in. Remove that fear. I know that a lot of persons experience this, and persons have spoken to me about it, and I try and make them come back to use their facility because of this type of fear. You understand? So now we're getting persons coming back to their facility because now they have confidence in their nurse. And I think too, another thing, since we have the electronic system, they believe that our other workers can go in and view whatever. They don't have that privilege.
Mhm.
I only have what I'm privy to. Like the doctor have what he's privy to. I can only see what I have to see. And the other workers, the health aides or the attendant, only see what they're doing and not what the nurse or the doctor is doing for the patient.
So there's no access granted there.
No, there is no access granted. Everyone have their personal passwords to enter into the system. So no information is left out there for anybody to get into, apart from if you're a nurse or a doctor.
Different level of
Right.
access.
So have different level of access.
Everything is partitioned.
Right.
Yeah, so you access the facility, there's a process, you get registered. So whoever is registering you,
You're
registering you for the medical clinic. Yes. After you
Your internet is breaking up, Nurse Amit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but your internet was breaking up a bit.
Okay, so like I said, when somebody accesses the facility, certain levels of staff have access to certain things. So when you, for example, you come to People Health Center, you come to see the doctor. When you get to the front, you register. Whoever is registering, you only have access to your name because you're registering for the clinic. When from there, you get your vital test done. From your vitals, you go to the nurse. The nurse only has access to whatever you discuss. So whatever you discuss with your nurse in the room, that is what she has access to. When you go to the doctor, we do not have access to what was discussed with you and the doctor, or what the doctor enters into the health information system. So we want the patients to know that when you come to the health center to get a procedure done, everybody at the health center doesn't know what's going on. Whatever is discussed with you and the nurse stays right there. We value confidentiality, we value patients' privacy, so whatever is discussed remains with us. And as nurse say, most people when they see on the road, they say, "Nurse, you did a pap smear for me. You can remember my vagina?" I'm like, no. Because we people for the day. I can't remember, and then it's not that we are not looking at what's your private part.
You're right.
No.
Why would you? Right.
What about your cervix? How does your cervix look? Are there any abnormal cells? Are there any changes? That is what we're concerned about. We're not concerned about the physical experience and the physical part of it.
Yeah.
The physical.
Yes. You want to make sure they shave. I'm not looking at that. My concern is the cervix. I'm not looking at if you shave, whatever. That is not my concern. All I want to know is to do the screening. I mean, for your comfort, you would want to be shaved. I mean, but then we don't look at that. You don't have to be careful about that. You didn't shave. All we want is the cells to make sure that you are okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that you understand, so ladies, I mean, if you shave well, but you don't need to shave, aspartame jelly, and all these kind of thing on.
No, do shit.
No
Nothing like that.
no need for to make it shine.
Okay.
We want it.
You don't need to do all of that.
We want it as is. We don't care what it looks like. We do not care. We do not care. All we care about is making sure that we do your screening, we get the cells, and we process it to make sure that you are in good health.
Thank you, nurse. I'm happy that both of y'all said it because one of the things I find we need to do is to build confidence in public confidence, especially when it comes to our wellness centers. Bring more people, have them make some time to come to our wellness center to utilize the service, especially our small communities. I mean, take some time and utilize the services that are available there.
But let me ask you a question. Since you made mention of that, is it well received in terms of ladies actually coming in because they on a need to know basis?
To be honest, I think that once the ladies get a scare, they come in. But when it settles, let's say they hear a young person in the community has cervical cancer, they'll be more inclined to come in quickly. You'll find them coming in more often. And after it dies down, you will find that they don't come as they should.
So it's better to have a scare tactic then?
No. We do not want it to be a scare tactic. We want them to come in willingly.
Okay, all right.
Come in and get the pap smear done.
Right.
And I know a lot of them, sometimes it's the cost. But they say they don't have the money to pay for it. Because, we want the results expeditedly. But then sometimes we just send it to the government lab and it's processed.
So I feel they should have a body of persons, persons that cannot afford. Like you do a little background, a little research, and then you assist.
That is available. They can get it done for free.
Okay.
They can get it done for free. But you have a choice if you want it done for free or you want to pay the $25. It's just that when you have it done for free, the processing time for the result. That is the only issue that we're experiencing so far.
Okay.
You were saying something, Miss Danielle?
Yes, I was saying that yes, at the facilities, all the health centers, the pap smears are done free of charge. So it's not if the most patients are saying concerned, of course, but we always educate them to let them know that it is done free. However, they have a choice if they want to take it to a private lab, they can pay most times $20 for them to take it to the lab. But to get it done at the health center, it's free. There is no fee attached.
No fee. No fee.
All right. Any last words, nurses, that you would like to say to our general public? Let's start with Ms. Danielle.
Yes, so I would like everyone to know and understand that the importance of early screening and detection. Getting your pap smear done is not painful. It is not a scary procedure. The nurse will be as gentle as possible. So please come in, call your facilities, call the health center in your community to know or make some arrangements with the nurse to get your pap smears done. Because you do not necessarily have to die from cervical cancer.
True.
As long as you do your screening, you screen every year, every other year, as recommended by the nurse or your GYN, you can prevent cervical cancer. But as the cell body, the treatment and okay. The HPV vaccine is one, and that all the game and all of the talking about that. That is one important for health medicine solution. Because HPV cancer. So get that from the development.
Internet.
Thank you, nurse, so very much. You were
Yeah,
breaking
you
up
were
a
breaking.
bit.
Yeah, you were breaking.
Don't worry.
Okay, so yeah, the last part where
Say the last part again, nurse.
so the last part the vaccine is very effective in preventing cervical cancer. So parents, you're afraid allow to get the vaccine because at the to get school vaccination group get the vaccine because at that they have goes to HPV and the what was.
Thank you, nurse.
Thank you.
Nurse Emery, any last words?
Yes. So I'll just echo what Nurse said. We want to encourage our young ladies to come in to get their pap smears done. It's important. Early detection, treatment is successful. So come and get your pap smears. Come down to Fort Jacques Wellness Center on the 30th of January, where we have our cancer screening activity taking place. Everyone is welcome. You don't have to be from Fort St. Jacques. You can be from Soufrière. My country's people, I know you'll always come down to support me. You can be from Penry, Swordale. Once you're in the area, pop in and come and have your cancer screening done. And as Nurse said with the parents, I want to encourage the parents to have their children get the vaccine. Vaccines are given in grade 9, ages 9 to 12.
Grade 6, nurse.
I'm so sorry. grade 6 from age 9 to 12. Yes. So please support us in this move. Help us decrease the amount of cervical cancer that we have in here. And we're not only thinking about cervical cancer, for the young men, we're thinking about penile cancer as well. That is why it's not only the young girls who are receiving the vaccine, the young boys are also included in this. So try and cooperate with the nurses when it's time to administer these vaccines in the grade 6 classes. Um, if you have any concerns, we welcome them. Come in and speak to us. We can allay your fears. The vaccine has been proven to be very safe. Okay, so get knowledgeable, get screened, get vaccinated.
Thank you, Nurse Ellery. You could not say it better. Thank you, Nurse Daniel. Let me just say thank you to all our listeners this morning, especially Romanus and Ulan, trying their best to get Nurse Daniel on board with us. Nurse Daniel, again, our sincere apologies because of technical difficulties, but we were happy to have you there. The smile certainly brought it out a better environment. And I hope that you did enjoy yourself, and I'm hoping that you will come back during the course of this year, and hoping no more technical difficulties. Erland for sure went out of his way. I mean, holding my phone up. I must admit, thank you, Erland, for that initiative. I guess that is you go beyond the call of duty. Rome, thank you so very much, Romanus. I know you locked on. Again, our listeners, we hope that take some time, listen to our program. Don't forget to call in. We really, really like persons to call in and to ask their questions. We really want persons to ask their questions. Persons on Facebook, again, thank you for your support. I hope that everybody has a very good week, safe week, and we hope that everything goes well for all our Suferians and our community at large, and by extension, St. Lucia. All right. Thank you again, everyone. Good day and goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.